Hello guys, welcome back to Ghana's #1 YouTube financial channel, Patrick TV GH. This is your savings tutor, Mr. Patrick Ba, coming your way again with another financial lessons edition. Today we are going to look at developing savings culture in children, part 2. I'll be right back. Hello guys, welcome back from the commercial break. As I said in the introduction, today we are looking at building savings culture in children. We always hear the adage that children are the future leaders. And if someone is the future leader, then it means you have to prepare the person to be able to take that mantle in future. How are we preparing our children to learn savings? When we, the parents ourselves, sometimes we struggle to save. But there's a need for us to start somewhere. I'm blessed to have with me Mr. Emmanuel Dankwa, a banker and a personal finance coach who will take us through why we need to educate and teach our children the whole issue about savings. Emmanuel, welcome.
Thank you, brother.
I think this is the second edition on Patrick TV.
Yes, in fact, I'm always blessed to be on this platform. This is Ghana's #1 financial channel.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How was the first experience when you were here the first time? How was the experience? What was the feedback out there?
Oh, really? I think some people even came to my office. Oh, I watched you on Patrick TV, but they were blessed. So we are really doing a great job.
Thank you. Let's go to today's topic: building savings culture in children. Why is it being necessary?
Normally, we think savings is for the adult. So when you are talking about savings, we tend to forget about the children, not knowing that these children are the very ones who grow and become adults.
Okay.
Right. So even Bible says in Proverbs chapter number 22 verses, said, train up a child the way that he should grow, the way that he should go, that when he grows, he will not depart from it.
Okay.
So I would say, let's train our children the way of savings. So when they grow, they will not depart from it. Right. So when we start today to actually introduce our children, train them on how to save, we teach them this savings habit. When they grow, we can be sure that by then they would have known why they should save. It has become part of them. Then they will not depart from it. Most people, instead of training their children to save, they already train them to spend.
Okay.
So when they are not there, that's why we see some people inheritance that have been left behind. They end up selling it because they've been taught how to spend and not how to save.
Okay.
So our case, we should be able to teach them, because we know the importance of it. Then once it's good, let's teach them. So when they grow, it become part of them. Then they can continue to practice it. I think this is one of the best inheritance we can really give to our children.
Before we go to the next level, let's just do a short recap, so that someone is watching Patrick TV for the very first time today. We are going to develop savings culture in children. But what is savings itself?
Okay.
Briefly,
savings is just a deferred consumption.
Okay.
Right? What you need to spend today that you are putting aside for the future.
Okay.
Because, yes, every money has use. So whatever amount that you have, you can spend everything today. It has a use.
Okay.
Right? But you put some of the consumption aside. Some of the things you want to use the money for, or you want to use the money on, you put it aside so that you can set that money aside for the future.
Okay.
So just money set aside for the future.
Okay. So money set aside for the future. Now I have a young child, let's say 3 years. The child knows that the future is me, is the father. So why should I put so much pressure on this child to start putting some money aside for a future that he or she thinks that the father will provide for?
Okay. Yes. Because you see, we want to do them good.
Okay.
So we are preparing them for the future. So when you are not there, they'll be responsible. They'll be able to live for themselves.
Okay.
Right. Yes, you are helping them to build the future, but rather you are not building the future for them.
Okay.
Right. So, and once you know your savings is good, is a way that at least you can build your life on. You can improve your life. You can if you want to start any business, anything you want to do in life, at least savings, you can take savings out.
Okay.
Right. So it is important to actually input or you inculcate into the children.
Okay.
Right. So that at least they will have that good foundation, that firm foundation to build their life on.
Okay.
Right.
So now
Patrick, you know this savings this one is not taught in school.
No. But no one has time to teach you this one. Even when I remember at the secondary and university level, what they teach you is just something small. Nobody would sit you down to teach you. So I believe it's very important that we are having this discussion. And for me, teaching your kids about savings should be the prime duty of the father.
Yes.
If the mother can support, fine.
Yes.
But I believe that the father, who is the head of the house, should make this as something that is key.
Yeah, it should be a conscious effort. You must decide that yes, I want to train I want to teach my child or my children how to save.
Yeah.
Right. And you monitor it.
Yes.
Right. So really, the first thing is just get them a susu box.
Okay.
Right.
So we are not going to the steps.
Yes.
Okay.
Just get them a susu box.
Okay.
Right, in your house. So if you have, let's say, 3 kids, give everyone a susu box. Okay. Don't buy one or give for everybody. Okay. No. Just provide each child one susu.
What we call it, the piggy box.
The piggy box.
Okay.
Normally, some people call it the piggy bank.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So and then you try to give that child small allowances.
Okay.
Yes. If the child does something good, as a form of let me say a reward, we give the child some small amount, and encourage the child to actually save, to put part of those, maybe the amount that you have rewarded the child with, to put some aside.
Okay.
Right. And you see, when you do that, the children, they become happy.
Okay.
Right. And right, they will have that willingness to be able to be saving, to be able to save.
Okay.
Right. So I think that is where we can start from.
Okay. On the same starting point, not to push you away before you go to the next one. My salary is 500 cedis. Me as a father, I can't even manage myself within 500 cedis. Well, am I going to get even that little one to set up a savings pattern for my child? Because myself, I'm struggling financially. That's the voice on the street. I mean, when you talk about some of these things, the voice on the street will tell you that I'm struggling to get food to eat. Why should I even think of my child that is 3-4 years, who I can build up something for them in future?
Yeah, Patrick. Yes, these kids, they are in school.
Yeah.
We pay feeding fees. When they are going to school, you give them money.
Okay.
It will surprise you that even the feeding fee, those little money that we give to them to go to school, some even do school at school. If you really observe, some, in fact, a good number of them, just that they do it at the blinds of the parent. Yeah, exactly. But this one, we want to make it official.
Okay.
Right. And it is not good when your child is saving at your blind side.
Okay.
Because it's also a risk that possibly he might take money that. But when you are monitoring it, right, you are monitoring it, then you'll be sure that, the money that the child is putting into the box is something that maybe is from the right source that you are aware of.
Okay.
Right. So, yes, we are not doing it, but the children, they do it. In school, at our blind side, some of them do it.
They do that.
Yes. And those little money, some even they are feeding. If you give a child a feeding, let's say 5 cedis or 10 cedis, right, you can encourage the child to put at least 1 cedi or even 50 pesos. And here, it's not the quantum, the amount that we are looking at.
It's a habit.
The habit.
Okay.
So even you can say, every 10 cedis or every 5 cedis or even whatever amount, just put just a little peso or
10 pesos.
10 pesos. Just put 10 pesos. We want to be able to inculcate a habit in the children. Okay, that every money I get, I must put something aside.
Okay.
So it is not the quantum or the volume that we are looking at, but the habit, the consistency for the child to know that whatever money that I get, whatever money that I receive, at least I must put something aside. There's a need for me to put something aside for tomorrow.
Okay, so the first step is getting the tissue box for them. So that's the first step. Now let's go to the second step.
The second step, I think we can open, an account in trust for the children or the kid, right? So we want to be able to, at the end of every month, together with the kid, open the tissue box, whatever amount that has been saved or the child has been able to has been able to save, right? You take it, you open a bank account. In fact, now almost every bank has an account for kids. Right?
What they call the junior account.
The junior account.
Okay.
Almost every bank has it. Right. So go with the child. Let the child know that you are opening an account for him or her.
Okay.
For the fact that you even hold the child to the bank to open an account for, it's a form of encouragement.
Okay.
Right. So take the money, count with the child, and then deposit into the child account.
Did you know that some of the kids that go through that process, they go to when they brag. They tell their kids that their siblings, that their classmates, that they have an account.
They have an account.
They go to the bank with their father every Saturday to put money there.
Yes, it's an encouragement.
Yes.
It's an encouragement. Then our child will know that, yes, I must be able to put something into my account.
Okay.
I must be able to build my account.
Okay.
So before the child maybe complete school, the child may possibly be a millionaire.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
They can be able to cater for their basic things. Yeah. I agree.
And actually, one thing is, when you are opening the susu box, don't say, the child must be part. You see, you need to get the child involved.
Okay.
Because the money, you should understand, the money is not yours as a father, it's for the child. Yeah. Just that you are monitoring it. Okay. That's why even account, you open in trust. Okay. Because the child is a minor.
Okay.
Right. So that the child will know that, yes, it's my money, but my father has an eye on it.
Okay.
Right. The father is monitoring it. But the responsibility that, okay, it is my money. Okay. That is an encouragement.
Okay.
So it makes the child responsible.
On the same point, as we are bringing the discussion to a close, the same point, what is the danger if a father buys tissue box for the child, the daughter or son, then opens the box, and as we say it in Ghana, chops the money? What is the danger with that? As we are teaching them to be saving.
Yes, I know. You see, when you do that, you discourage the child.
Okay.
That's why I said the money, the child should be involved. When you are going to open the box, the child should be involved.
Okay.
The child you should count with the child to know how much he or she has been able to save.
Okay.
Right. When you break it or you open it at the blind side of the child, trust me, next time the child won't put anything in it.
Exactly.
So the child will say, okay, whatever I save doesn't really come to it. It's not really my money.
Okay.
Right. So the child will not be encouraged, will not be moved to really and that is not a way to build that culture in a child.
Okay, so in conclusion, as you're wrapping up, what are your final words when it comes to building savings culture? We've taught us a lot, but someone who wants to pick up something from today's discussion, final words.
At least every child you have, just get the susu box for the child.
Okay.
Monitor it. Try to give the child some small allowances where the child possibly does something good. Maybe does homework early and those stuff. And then encourage the child to put something aside.
Okay.
Right. Then you are only monitoring it, but let the child be involved in every process. And then as time goes on, open a kiddie account or a junior account, a minor, for the child, right? As a form of what, and that is so that every month, whatever you've been able to save, you take it to the bank. Every month that you've been able to save, you take it to the bank, right? With this, you are teaching the bank, the child, that every money that you get, some must be put aside.
Exactly.
That, you are also showing the child where to put his or her money.
Okay. Thank you. Viewers, has been another educative session on Patrick TV. Two things. One, have a kiddie box for your child. Two, learn to open an account for them and go with them to the bank to empty the box. Don't do it on their blind side. Don't chop their money. It's not for you, because the moment you do that, you break their trust and their whole savings perception will change. If you have enjoyed that session, please go to our YouTube channel, Patrick TV GH, subscribe to the channel, share the link with your friends, and we'll be back again next week with another educative edition on Patrick TV GH.